Alright, so looking at this, it looks like I have enough room to potentially bend this and make it into a hook. And hopefully put it back into the hole and then redo this part of it right here, if you see. Okay, sorry about that. So basically what we have is it sits in like this, and from what I could see, this is where the manual pull from the inside comes. And then you got this part right here. If we can see that, this portion is where you kind of gotta have your hook going into. It's pretty thick, you know, but you know, it pulls and, well, it pulls, I'll say. And so what we need to do is we need to straighten out our little wire up here, or actually curve it, and see if we can make it fit. And you know, it's kind of a ghetto fix, but it's made to pull it that way. If you guys can see that. What I'm gonna try to do is just gonna try to make it into more of a hook. And actually, oh, that's, most of it's gone. So I'm gonna try to hook it in, see if we have enough slack for that. Actually, interesting. I guess it looks like it kind of, you can make it curve, or the other side of it goes in like a Z as well. Trying to get this thing not taking it out apart too much, because this has got 2 screws that's actually holding it in. And so I could take that and then really just bring it out over here, it looks like, in this big hole. Now, what I was looking at and potentially thinking of doing is I found one of these, this is for your landscaping if you want to put down weed guard. So I was thinking about using this to make a new one of these right here. And maybe put some, potentially some heat shrink on it. I don't know if I want to get that fancy with it just yet. So, but this looks like a real cheap alternative way of purchasing a new hook if your actual motor is still working here for your electronic attachment or your remote lock. Then you could probably just get away with kind of jerry-rigging one of these right here, these little wire cable, whatever you want to call it. And this is probably one of the cheapest ways you can do it and easiest to find, besides trying to go find another one. But I think that's going to be my aim at this point, and then trying to put that bad boy back in there. And I think I'll come back with another video with it installed. But basically, you only have 2 screws to take it out. And then you have this right here. This coming from the inside as the manual trunk release. So we shall see. It does like to have a trunk light right there. So you got to bring it around that thing. That's awesome. Interesting. Not sure if we got enough wire room. Take this bad boy off. Alright, so let's see if we can turn this thing. Well, I'll show you. If we get a little quicker, closer, as you can see, it's kind of got like a little grabber on it, and then the wire goes through. Hopefully you can see that. It goes through and kind of holds it in, so looks like the wire bends in two different ways. So I'm not sure if my other wire is a little thicker than that, so I'm not sure if it'll fit into the back side of it, but we'll see. That as a comparison, I'll show you this. This is to two different sizes, so it's almost twice the size. On this side, it'll be okay, you know, to go through the latch. But on the other side, I'm not sure. So take that out. Oh, that sucks. It's got like a little bend at the end, so that's not awesome. But it goes in two different directions. So you got this side that curves out that way. You got this side that curves down. So back toward the camera, basically. Let's see if this will go. Will it go through the hole? And looks like it'll fit through the hole. And see if I can fashion this thing with some wire pliers. And see if I can make it kind of the same size. Alright, so far that's what I got. A little too long at the end. So I'm going to try to cut the end off, if these are strong enough, like right here. And there. So now we have this. Alright, so not too bad. You know, a little too long, but relatively close. I think we should be fine. And this is by no means the most professional way of doing this. But we're doing it, so right now we have this and this. Alright, so we got it curved or turned, and so we're gonna do a makeshift zigzag. Alright, so this is what we got right now. And so this is the comparison. So, roughly, doing pretty good, I think. Got it cut out, and I think at this point I'm just going to cut the end of it. Now I'm using these wire cutters to cut them. So I'm going to give roughly about that big, and we'll call it good. I don't know where that went. But it made me feel like I need to have some safety glasses on. All right, so this is what we have currently. And I think this is gonna meet our needs for now. So this is what it looked like at first. All right, and you can see the end where it kind of curves down. And this is what I've currently produced. So we got the curve. All right, and you can see how the one here is curving down, but this one turned the same way. Actually, wait a minute, did I do that right? Let's see here. All right, so turn toward me. All right, so you see how it's curved down. So hopefully that's right. Sheesh. I think we're good. All right, so the motor, turn it back on. All right, if you guys can see that. We have it back into the clip. Yeah. And so now, see if I can get this other side back. Or maybe I'll put this in here first. Alright, so we got our motor back secured. And now for the fun part. Alright, so I'll weed these bad boys out here. Don't have to use the wire pliers for this one. Thread it in, and looking okay. You guys can see that. All right. That's how it looks. And now, let's see if we can throw it back in there. Alrighty then. So we got it in, we got it secure. And now, let's see if this actually works. Okay. So, grab keys. Unlock the trunk. Wow. Alrighty then. Alright, so it's working. Got the power. Hopefully the inside is good too. Okay, that appears to work. And this appears to be tied to the inside manual portion too. So, where is that switch? Where's the thing at? All right then. All right, looks like our manual portion is still connected. So I'm gonna close the trunk and hopefully I don't have to use a crowbar to come back into this bad boy. All right, so you guys ready? See if I fix this automatic trunk release. All right, it's closed. Just working. All right, so a little makeshift repair using some basically, weed guard for your like landscaping. Bend that wire into the form of the older version of your this thing. Now, ideally, what I would have did is probably put some heat shrink on here, but kind of in a hurry to get it done because it's annoying not being able to get your trunk open because this thing does not have a key lock, and then trying to get in from the back seat over here, like your passenger side back seat, that's a little difficult to get to. So hope this helps, and y'all take care.